time, Ukraine's capital Kyiv was rocked by a Russian bombardment on Thursday night, where the attacks left several buildings in the heart of the city on fire.
The attack happened while the head of the United Nations was visiting the country. It was the boldest attack on the capital since Moscow's forces retreated weeks ago. Later on, emergency service workers scrambled to put out the fires and help people in the shelled areas. Territorial defense says there were people under the rubble, while also moving away people from its shelter, kids and injured people during the missile attacks. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres had been surveying the destruction in small towns outside the capital that saw some of the worst horrors of the first onslaught of the war. Meanwhile, the U.S.-funded broadcaster Radio Free Europe says one of its journalists, Vera Heinrich, was killed by the strike on Kyiv. Heinrich died when the building she lived in was hit. Russia says it destroyed production buildings at a defense factory in Kyiv. Russian Defense Ministry spokesman Igor Konashenkov says Russia used high-precision, long-range weaponry to hit the ardent factory in the Ukrainian capital. Bulgarian Prime Minister Kiril Petkov visited Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy in Kyiv on Thursday. Petkov says Bulgaria were very supportive from the beginning and is attempting to send military assistance to Ukraine.
The talks were attended by officials from Bulgarian and Ukrainian delegations. Zelenskyy's office said in a statement published on Thursday that Petkov's visit is an important sign of solidarity with Ukraine and its people. Under its new liberal government, Bulgaria has cut many of its old ties to Moscow and likewise supported punitive measures against the Kremlin. Bulgaria is a strategic NATO member in Black Sea region as it hosts Western fighter jets at a new NATO outpost on Bulgaria's Black Sea coast. The visit by the Bulgarian leader comes a day after Russia suddenly cut off natural gas to its country and fellow NATO member Poland.
What we discuss here, we have very big potential to enhance security, especially on the southern Ukraine, by actually creating these logistics elements. If we can make sure that all the grains of Ukraine can be shipped in part through Bulgaria, even these additional security risks and inability to use your ports would be a good opportunity to show that there are alternatives when we're together.
Болгарія серед дружніх країн з того другого списку, про який я тільки що вам сказав, допомагати різними кроками і санкційними, і щодо підтримки членства в Європейському Союзі, і щодо ремонту важливої техніки, дійсно важливої техніки, яка сьогодні може просто зберегти життя людей. Це також підтримка щодо захисту, дефенс-підтримка щодо захисту